power comes in very smooth on this car.
The power comes in real clean. The turbos are sized. These twin precision 62s are sized just right so that we can get a decent low-end power gain at a low boost level, and at the same time have the capability to put it 20 plus pounds and make over 1,000 horse with the same setup. So basically one size fits all. So this is the base kit set at 5 or 6 pounds. It'll make 550 to 600 horse, and then we kind of go up from there depending on engine mods and fuel mods. Really, the engine just needs a little more strength. This is a Ford Illuminator engine,
Yes.
and we put in MMR higher pressure valve springs because we wanted to maximize the boost, turning it all the way up, and a MMR billet gears. But that's the only modifications that are done to this. And then it's got the triple pump return system that we installed, 80-pound injectors, and basically that's it. The rest of the car is bone stock. It's got an ACT twin disc clutch to handle that big power, and we drive it every day. It's a daily driven car, as you see. AC, everything works the same. We've driven this car from Florida back to Albuquerque. My wife and I, on the better part of 2,000 miles, getting 26, 27 miles a gallon on the freeway. It's like anything. If you put your foot in it, you may not get 28 miles a gallon, but if you drive it like a normal Mustang, it'll get the same. The turbos are just along for the ride.
Very nice.
We're about 65 miles an hour, 1900. It's got stock gears. It's quiet.
It's very quiet.
Some people like different exhaust tones. You can tweak that by which mufflers you have. This has a full Bassani 3-inch exhaust system front to back with Bassani straight through race mufflers. But with the turbochargers, they act as a muffler, so you don't have to have extra muffling, so we can gain that flow, which gains us horsepower at all boost levels. The kit fits with automatic or standard transmission, the same system. There's really not many options. Everything has been premium. All the premium options are being rolled into the kit. Basically, there's a ball bearing option and then different fuel options. But the base kit can make over 1,000 horse without batting an eye. This car's made 1,249 horsepower on a little under 24 pounds of boost. That was a fun ride. After that was done, we turned it back down to about 800, and that's how we drive it mostly.
That's how it is right now.
That's
right.
I actually turned it down a little bit more. It's probably around 700 now.
Only 700.
Only 700. Only 700. It spins the tires too much, but with the eBoost 2 boost controller that we have in this, I can go in here and program a curve, a ramp rate. We can calm it down so you can be at a higher speed before the boost comes in. It's fully programmable without having to pop the hood or change anything.
Very nice.
So, no changing belts, no worrying about any of that stuff. It's all mounted and done.
Now tell me a little bit about the base configuration, because obviously this is set up for the higher end.
This is set up for higher end. The base configuration bolts on a stock engine. We've made almost 700 horse on a stock motor pretty easily. 8.5 to 10 pounds of boost will easily go over 700 depending on the exhaust. 5 pounds of boost, 5.5 pounds of boost. We've made over 600 horsepower. So it's very, very efficient, which reduces load on the engine to make it as easy as possible, which is really important for different types of pump gas. You know, you don't know where you're going to be when you gas this thing up. So
right.
If it's very efficient, you're not going to have any detonation issues because the load isn't there. You know, with these computers, they have knock sensors. So if you do have some knock, the great part about it is it'll pull timing out and save the engine, which is different from the oldies. But that way you can run the tunes, you know, closer to the edge. This is a very conservative. This tune is from Blow by Racing. As we send it, no need to do any on-site tuning unless you want to go above the base setting that we send.
Right.
The base tune that we send, load it up and go. Take it to the dyno and you know, have fun. 1200 horse pull. It went ambient was 96 degrees outside. We only gained a little over 22 degrees on that pull. It got up to 118 because we use a high efficient bar plate, and that was at 24 pounds of boost. So it's very efficient, which allows us to make more power.
Yeah.
You know, nice and quiet. We're in third gear coming on the freeway and just roll into it.
Be able to tell on the video there is that you're getting pushed back in the seat pretty well from that little, just that little.
The power, the curve, the way it comes on with the size, the turbos that we used, does not upset. It'll obviously spin the tires depending on what kind of wheel and tire configuration. We've got some Nitto NT05s on it now, which do really well, but it comes on at a controllable speed, and it lets the and as the boost builds, and it's manageable. You know, you can have fun. You know, sometimes some of the twin screw superchargers hit so hard that you spin the tires right away, and that's fine if you enjoy that. But if you actually want to go forward and feel the power and the rush of the car, the turbos are, in our experience, have just really been able to do that better than anything else possible.
Talk a little bit about how this compares to the power and the turbos that you run on your championship race cars.
This car dynoed at 1250 horse at the dyno edge. On that same dyno in 2003, my Super Street Outlaw race car that had a 91. It was a little different. It was a different transmission, but basically we were running 760s, 770s at 182 miles an hour, and we barely made 1200 horsepower. This actually made more power on the dyno. The difference is this is a standard transmission. That was an automatic, so it was a little bit of slip. But to give you an idea how much power that this is making, considerably easier